Okay, how many of you have had that compact that's expensive and you just love the color and then you drop it?
What are you doing?
We're gonna fix it. Beauty reporter Kirby Johnson is here to show you how to fix that compact that you've shattered.
Okay, if you've ever had D-Day for your eyeshadows, blushes, powder, foundation, you know it's bad news, especially, God forbid, if it's your, $50 Urban Decay Naked palette.
No, this is an important issue, and you're gonna nip it in the bud right now.
Yeah,
right?
I'm actually gonna do a DIY on how to fix it, make it shatterproof, and just kind of salvage your old eyeshadows.
All right, good. Well, I shattered my makeup. Now, what's the next step?
Okay, so if you open it up.
Yes.
You can see that it's probably broken into a few pieces.
Okay.
Are you having some trouble?
I didn't have it. There we go.
There you go. So you have a pretty large
just a chunk out, yeah.
And that's usually what happens. It doesn't perfectly break into small pieces, and that's what you want. You want to get it in smaller chunks. So take a Ziploc. You have one right over there. Mm-hmm. And you want to keep the compact sitting straight up and just kind of slide it in. Okay. Okay. What this is doing is making sure that when you start to, I guess, kind of crumble it up with your spoon, that the makeup's not going to get all over your counter or your table and whatnot. So just take that spoon and just start to kind of, break it up, make it in smaller chunks. Because in a minute, we're going to add some rubbing alcohol, 70% rubbing alcohol. And what this is going to do is just help for the makeup to kind of reset itself.
Now, does the alcohol do anything to the coloring? It doesn't affect it?
It doesn't affect it at all. You could use, it could be a matte eyeshadow, it could be a shimmery blush, it could be even like a marble bronzer. And once you put that alcohol in there, it's not going to do anything to the color. But what it will do is just set it, and then you can use it all over again.
All right, great. And if you have any rogue pieces, like sometimes you get a big piece of bronzer or something that falls out, you can put that back in here and save that, right?
Exactly, but you do want to make sure that you're breaking up your makeup.
Got it.
Okay, so mine is pretty broken up, so I am just going to remove it very carefully and kind of just scoop all of the excess that got around.
You have more than me.
Yes, I do. Because
you're the expert.
I am the expert on this, and it takes a few trials, but you can get it. It really works well. Okay, so mine's kind of just matted in there. I'm going to give you a dropper full of this rubbing alcohol.
All right, now how much alcohol?
It doesn't really, you want to make sure it's completely saturated, okay? Because you want it to be a clay-like consistency. So I'm using all of mine.
All right.
And from here, just take your spoon again. Yeah, that's perfect. That is perfect. And just kind of mix it up so it looks like clay, or in my case, it looks like mud because I have brown eyeshadow.
So this little paste.
Yeah, and you want to just make it a paste. That way, we can easily smooth it out in just a few seconds. And I know that there's probably eyeshadow all around, especially if you have a palette. It might have gotten to some other eyeshadows that didn't break. That's fine. You can clean it up later, and it'll look good as new.
And do you use alcohol to do that too? Like just wipe it away with alcohol?
You can actually just use a Clorox wipe just to wipe around the edges and make it look a little bit better.
Okay.
Okay, so now that it kind of looks like your paste that you want, this is the easiest thing. Just grab an old, t-shirt.
All right.
That you don't want. This is a sleeve of a white t-shirt. Grab a quarter that you have in your purse, laundry day. You're going to wrap it around. So just kind of stick it in there.
Get it in there. All right.
Boop, 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 boop.
Oh, we're making like a little
press. And it's like a little press. So then you can just press it down and make it even. This might be actually a little bit too small for the quarter, so you could use a dime or a nickel if you want. This is just going to kind of press it in there. And then I actually just like to take my little eyeshadow brush and kind of smooth it out.
Oh,
and what this is going to do is when it dries, it's going to be completely dry. It's going to set, and it's not going to move, and it's going to look as good as new.
This is like arts and crafts.
It is like arts and crafts, and it's really fun.
Who can get it the smoothest? Who can get it the smoothest?
I know. I got really meticulous with it, and I actually did this one earlier, and look, that's the one that broke.
Well, it looks like new. It looks like you've just been using it a little bit.
Exactly, like you've had it for a few weeks. So that's how you do it.
What a great thing. And you have a tip on how to actually even prevent this from happening in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're traveling, if you have anything in your makeup bag or on your carry-on, if you drop it, it's doomsday because it's going to break. So all you have to do is just take a cotton square or a cotton ball and then set it in on top. That way if it falls and it drops, it won't shatter. It'll just be protected.
You're like FedEx. You just you get the ship it, wrap it, and it's good to go.
I mean, I prefer MacGyver.
Okay, MacGyver, that's a good.
But yeah, so that way your makeup will be safe. And this one's a little too big, but you want to make sure that it does completely shut. So probably use a cotton square for these tinier eyeshadows.
Okay, this is great. You saved a lot of people a lot of money.
I know. I've saved myself a lot of money.
Yeah, you did.